Hi, Noah. Thanks for doing this. Um, I'm just wondering what the mood of the team is after the loss the other night. Obviously, the fans were pretty unhappy with not just the loss, but just kind of how it happened, the level of play and everything, especially in the second half. I'm just wondering what the mood of the team is and how much does it help having a game so quickly coming up, especially when there's going to be a crowd of 70,000 people there. Does that help to put the Monterrey game in the rearview mirror for you guys?
Yeah, of course it helps. That's what we want. We want to get the Monterrey game in the past, and we have a quick turnaround in a great stadium with a sold out crowd. So this is the best time, in my opinion, to turn that around and move on from the disappointment.
Thank you.
We'll go to Jose.
Thanks, Michael. Noah, can you take us through, the last couple of days, since, the traveling and today a training session. Can you take us through what's been like to be a part of this group, after a tough loss? Obviously, that talked early in the year about how important Champions Cup was for this team. What has that been like? What were the conversations between you guys as to how you want to approach the rest of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to, that we're in four other competitions or three other competitions still with the Leagues Cup coming up, and that's no Open Cup. Sorry, I forgot about that. But we're very focused on MLS. We're very focused on Leagues Cup in the future. We know that we have great chances to win both of them if we, prepare right, put all our focus towards that, and the conversation haven't been much about it. We've just been focused on moving forward and going into this game. That's been the main focus.
If I can have a quick follow-up, Michael.
Yep.
Is there a thought of maybe facing Monterrey again in Leagues Cup and having that, I mean, it did look like a rivalry. I'll tell you that. It did look like a rivalry, although it's very early. But is there a thought of having that opportunity of facing them again in Leagues Cup later this year?
Sure, of course. I mean, why not? We would love to. That was a great stadium, great atmosphere, and you know, the whole Leagues Cup tournament in general, we're gonna, put our max effort into just like MLS and etc. Whether we get Monterrey or not, we're still gonna go 100% effort into that game. So, yes, it's a thought, but any team that we get, we're gonna put 100% effort into.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Ashlyn.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Fry with Fry Talk. First off, I love seeing young energy on the field making such a positive impact. Heading into tomorrow's match, how do you prepare for such a demanding game?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big game, obviously. There's a sold out stadium in Arrowhead, legendary field. So, just going to the match, as any other match, do my pregame routines and, as a team, I think, we're gonna prepare a lot for training in training and stuff, and go into the game 100% attitude and effort to move on from Wednesday.
Thank you so
Next.
much.
We'll go to Daniel Sperry.
You mentioned Noah, just the kind of history around Arrowhead. I mean, I don't know, you've grown up in America, you understand American football. Like, does that kind of cross your mind thinking like, okay, Patrick Mahomes, like some of these guys have played on this field. I know you play alongside Messi, so you can't be too starstruck, but at the same time, is that kind of like those pinch me moments where you see kind of the big venues that you've grown up seeing for so long?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, I mean, I would just watch in the playoffs. We were watching the Chiefs and Arrowhead versus Dolphins. So, I mean, it's a legendary NFL stadium. Many Super Bowls have gone back there. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those moments where, you got to be grateful for that we're playing in this type of venue, for sure.
We'll go back to Michelle.
No, I wanted to ask you about the defense. That's the area that's been getting the most criticism, and the average fan out there is saying, well, they have the 4 guys from Barcelona, and that's great, but it does, it's not translating into easy wins because the defense has faltered. What do you think, as someone who's a member of the team, and particularly someone who plays in back, how would you explain what goes wrong, and what do you think has to change going forward?
I think we just have to all be better. Go out there and training and do double the work that we're doing now. I think the backline especially knows that we haven't been good enough, and we have to take it on the chin and go out there and work harder. Yeah, especially with this game around the corner. This is a perfect moment for us to bounce back from it, and I think that's what's in our minds right now. As a way to improve is, to go into this game knowing that we can bounce back from it.
If I could ask a follow-up, do you think is it just individual effort and individual mistakes, or do you think there are things tactically that just aren't working with the group that you have? I mean, how can you correct what's happened?
Yeah, I think, individually individual mistakes are definitely, impacting it. I think that, there's been a ton of games as well. So we haven't trained a ton on it, especially collective, compactness and things like that. But I think, individually it's the main part. We're honestly, there's certain times in the game where, we're not, getting stuck in when we should, and, being more aggressive, so I think that those are a few examples of, ways that we can get better and improve.